Hi students, happy Monday. Welcome to our first official week of distance learning. In our video today, we'll start by looking at our schedule for the week and talking through what you should expect to see for your different classes, including math class. Then I'll give you a warm-up question, and then I'll give you a Desmos activity, and we'll end today with an assignment that'll be part of your check-in for Friday that you'll submit on Google Classroom. So again, this is our agenda. And we have a quote for today, which is, "We don't grow when things are easy, we grow when we face challenges." We'll start by looking at our school schedule. So MLK decided to break up the week in terms of your different classes. The goal for this is that we don't want you to get too much from one class at one time, and we don't want you to feel overwhelmed by having all of your teachers give you emails or assignments on the same days. So you should be expecting to get assignments and things posted on Google Classroom for math, science, art, and possibly your elective classes on Mondays and Wednesdays. And you should expect to see work from your English and history teacher and your PE teachers on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Fridays are days when teachers will be meeting and also looking over your work. This is the day that you should be checking to make sure everything's submitted for the week, which includes your Freckle minutes. So for example, in math class, our schedule is going to look somewhat like this. On Monday and Wednesday, I'll be posting a YouTube video. I also encourage you to do 25 minutes of Freckle on those days. Another option is that you can choose to do 10 minutes of Freckle per day. Either way, you need to make sure that you have 15 minutes of Freckle minutes by Friday. On Mondays, I also will offer whole class office hours, so this is a chance for you to drop in and do a check-in with me on Zoom. And I also lead lunch clubs on Wednesdays. You're also welcome to sign up for smaller group check-ins and for tutoring sessions. So I will be offering different times on Monday and Tuesday afternoons and Wednesday and Thursday mornings. I'm posting the link that you can use to sign up for these on Google Classroom. There also are a few different lunch clubs that all happen on Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Please check out the school bulletin for the links to these different clubs. I really encourage you to check them out. There's a lot of really cool clubs that are getting offered, and you can find out information for those in the weekly bulletin that we're emailing out to students, and also it should be posted on Google Classroom in your homeroom. All right, today's warm-up says, "The average person can type about 120 words in 3 minutes." So we are trying to figure out how many words they'd be able to type in 1 minute. And so we're going to start today by writing this down in our notebooks, just like we would in math class. So I have my notebook here, and I've written down my title and the date for today, and that it's our warm-up. And I wrote it down using fractions since I know I'm trying to practice writing rates as fractions or ratios. So I wrote 120 words per 3 minutes equals how many words per 1 minute. Please pause your video and do this on your own first. All right, so you should have the warm-up done on your own first at this point. If you have not done it yet, please pause the video and do that before you continue forward. One way that I was thinking about this is if I have 120 minutes overall, 120 words overall, and I'm trying to think of splitting it up. So I have 3 minutes, so I'm trying to think how many words would that be per each 1 minute. And so let me try some things out. First, let's just try 50 and see what happens. Okay, if I put 50 in each minute, then that'd be 50, 100, 150. Okay, so I know that that's too much because 150 is more than 120. Let's try 40. Okay, if I have 40 plus 40, that's 80, plus another 40, that gives me 120. So I know that if I have 40 words per each 1 minute, that if I have 3 groups of 40, that gives me 120. So again, I can see that 3 times 0, 3 times 4. Okay, so that checks. So I have 3 groups of 40 words. So I can say, okay, I know that it's 40 words per 1 minute. And another way I could think of this up here is that I need to do this divided by 3 to get this. 3 divided by 3 is 1. If I do that on the bottom, I need to do the same thing on the top. And that gives me 120 divided by 3 equals 40. So I'm showing you that there's multiple different ways that we could show our work for this. This is more of a visual model. You can also use the idea of equivalent fractions to solve it using fractions. It's also very possible that you came up with a different way of showing your work. As long as you got 40, then that should work. I encourage you to be creative and think about a way and a method that makes sense to you. All right, the next step is for you to be going to Desmos. So our activity and practice problems for today are on Desmos. So go to student.desmos.com and type in 5UGEYB. Please take time to do that after you finish watching the video. And then the assignment that you should be doing when you're finished with all of that is here. So again, this is checkpoint 1. On Friday, you will have an assignment, your checkpoint for the week, that will show up on Google Classroom. And we are actually giving you the problems now. So that means that you should be trying this on your own and throughout the week getting feedback on it from me or from Ms. Marquez. You can do this by going to any of those office hours that we have offered or the tutoring sessions. And then once you are confident with what your answer is, you can submit it on Google Classroom in the weekly check-in. So take time now, please, to write down this problem so you can work on it throughout the week and make sure that you feel confident with how you're solving it before you submit it on Google Classroom.